Hi, friends. This is Chris with Josephine's Design. I am back with a thank you from one of our dear friends here on the channel. And I just want to say thank you, thank you, thank you. So many of you know I have bad knees and I have arthritis and I have some I have a lot of autoimmune issues. But anyways, neither here nor there. Nobody wants to hear that. But for any of you out there that are in a similar place as I am, this was done very kindly, very graciously. I will link everything below. This was sent to us for me to see what I can wash. So in our home, we have a one-story home with an attic and a basement, a full basement, which is very unusual in Texas, especially in this area. Um, and it is it's the size of the house. So it has been used a lot for storage. It's now being sort of kind of reclaimed again. At one point, we had a living area down there, but I have never been a huge fan of it. I grew up on the coast, so I like a lot of light. I don't know, there's just something about it. But my husband loved it because he grew up, not in this area. And as a result, he thought the basement was fun and neat and all that kind of good stuff. So, but the problem is the stairs, as you go downstairs, they are wood and they are, over 80 years old. This house was built a long time ago and they give. And one of them was giving so badly in the early days that my husband had to reinforce the stair. Now, as somebody who doesn't have great balance and who has had, majorly bad knees, bad, ankles. I've literally broken right above one ankle. I've just had all of these injuries over the years. So going downstairs is never fun. Upstairs has never been like, yay, let's go up and downstairs. But then to have ones that weren't even or they gave, like you step on it and it gives, it's not like a solid stair. And I don't want him to change them because the beauty in the stairs, I mean, it's even signed by the gentleman who built the house. He built this house. So I don't want to change everything. But I do want my washer and dryer upstairs. So there's been discussion that we would add in a closet washer and dryer, stackable, and we may still do it. But my husband is really pushing back because we do have a very nice washer and dryer downstairs, but my kids have always done the laundry. They wash and dry it or wash and bring the things to hang up. I hang them up upstairs. So, but somebody graciously sent me this. Now, my sweet youngest, when we were gone to Michigan, decided to catch up on all this laundry that was literally from like 5, 6 years ago. And I did not know it was there. I had no clue. And we're talking like tablecloths and old, like, oh, I can't remember the name of the gal that makes these, but they're the quilted cloth. I almost said it. Quilted cloth purses and computer covers, laptop covers and all that. That is what showed up. And so it's just been this mountain to I'm just overwhelmed with it. And so I've just been chipping away, doing a little bit at a time. So anyways, trying to get everything folded and put away. And pretty soon we will not do any laundry in our bedroom. It will only be in the spare bedroom that after the end of this month, we will be gutting and cleaning out and taking everything out to storage and or selling or donating. And, but it just cracked me up because I was just like, oh, I've got to get that room done. I've got to get the washer and dryer put in. I've got to get everything plumbed. I've got to change the tub to a walk-in shower, all these things. So if I have surgery, well, one of you so sweetly, because I've been waiting, trying to get through this whole laundry issue, sent me this little beautiful little washing machine and then a little dryer. So I want to share it with you guys. If you're like me and you're not able to go up and down stairs, or you have something happen, or you're on a trip, you're going on a vacation and you don't know if they're going to have a washer and dryer, these are perfect. And if I didn't already have simplified washer in my camper, this is all I would have. I would not even have what I have now, but I have one that you put one side you put to wash in and the other side of it, it'll spin it out and then you drain it. And then, it's a similar kind of basic washer, and then I don't have a dryer. I think I have a hang up thing that you put like a thing over it. It blows like a hairdryer down kind of thing. And which this one has a very similar concept. So I'll share that with you. But because I was trying to keep it really simple and very affordable in the camper because we won't use it as often. But this was sent to me to try out and review. So this is my part 1. So I'm going to share with you what I've unboxed it. I'm so glad I unboxed it for you already because it's not easy to get out of the boxes. And I'm not, my hands are always kind of stiff. But I wanted to share with you, I think this is brilliant. I think it's just smart as can be for anybody who's traveled and like you travel abroad. You can't bring anything with you and you're limited on what you bring for clothing. And so we were washing things out in the sink and then hanging them. And we were definitely people in our travel group. We went to China who they brought like 3 outfits and they washed and dried them all. Their room was a laundry room all the time. And so, and we went from hotel to hotel to hotel. So that wasn't like easy for them. And it was very humid. So they didn't necessarily dry. And I learned that after my mom passed away, we went down to South Texas, way deep south on the coast. They had a washer and dryer. I don't dry all my clothes. I dry very little of my clothing. I hang everything because that's how it lasts forever. And doesn't go down in size or anything. And it wouldn't dry. Nothing would dry. The LuLaRoe things dried. Nothing else would dry. So it was kind of like, oh, this is a nightmare. What do we do? So I think these are brilliant solutions. So let me show you the first thing, and I'm hoping I'm not going to shake you too much, but so this is a washing machine, and I know, isn't it just charming? So you have a little lid, and you can wash with it or without it. It is a bucket that is, has the stickies on the bottom, that it's like collapsible. So I'm going to pull it off and open it up because my hands are such that, but I'll show you this far. So, well, here you go. It's starting to uncollapse, right? Okay. So I go in every corner of the bottom and this is how I do it. So, and I just got it today. It's not like I'm a pro at it yet. I'm not. But see how one of these, if you can see, sorry, one of these is stuck down. So I'll just go back in and I'll pull it. I don't want to bang the camera or shake you too much. I'm sorry. Hold on. Let me just take it off. Boy, those suction things are really strong on the bottom. So here we go. All right. Now I'm going to aim you guys up a little bit more. There we go. Perfect. So you can see there's kind of a small agitator in it, but they sent this. Okay. So there's the agitator. You wash your clothes. You drain them. Okay, you fill it with water, you put in your soap, it has a fill line, and it has, sorry, it's going to stick again. It has buttons for start, for 5, 10, and then, I guess, wash for 5 minutes, and then there's a 10-minute variation, and then a spin. So I think you would rinse for 10 minutes, I don't know. But I know me, I'll rinse twice. I know I will. And then it will spin out for 6 minutes. So that's fantastic. You have an on and off. And then you have a drain. So I've got to read exactly because I misunderstood. It shows that, but I'm not sure how to attach it. So you have this that you attach as a drain. And then here is a converter. I don't know how they're doing that. Okay. Thought it was on the other side. So I'll have to read more about that. But in essence, you have a drain so you can release the water. And then, see, I thought, oh, this is the electric. And then here's where you plug in the electrical outlet. Okay, then when you get ready to spin it out, you put in, it just fits right in there. You fit in the little spinner. And before I forget, you can extend this out for a larger, if you have a larger load. So the first thing I'm going to be doing, my daughter went down and got all my, so it extends out. There you go. And it locks down. Whoops. And then you just drop it in. Okay. And my daughter was so cute because she goes, oh, do you want me to go down and get your, where I could wash? And I was like, yes, undergarments. Let's do that first. So anyway, I never get my stuff back. So now I'm getting ready to leave. And, I'm finished. I've washed. I've dump the water, and this has like a right here, hold on, this has like spout drains that you can use like a colander type effect, or you can do however you want. You can lift it out, you can drain it out, you can pour it out, however you want to do. Sorry, is that just shaking? My apologies. But my thought on all this, the greatest thing about this is this one thing. When we travel, guess what's going to go with me? This, because it just folds down into nothing. I literally have from IKEA the pink bucket that folds down like this. Okay, let me move you guys back. Sorry. And then it just goes like that, and we're done. And then I can just put this, and hold on, there is a release, I think. If not, okay, it wasn't. You just push it down. So then you have this, you fold it down, you put this in it, and you're ready to go. That's it. This is it. This is all the space it would take to take a washing machine with you. How fantastic is that? I can keep this upstairs under the kitchen, under the bathroom sink, kitchen sink, wherever I want to use it. That's amazing. It's just so fantastic. So, yes, I'll have to lift and dump or whatever, that kind of a thing. But you have to drain. You could drain it. I mean, how easy is that? So I am looking forward to being able to control my laundry. I want my undergarments done. I'm excited to be able to control that. That's amazing to me. So this is the first part. Now, let me show you the second part here. I'm moving you guys over a little bit. This is a portable little dryer. And I put this on it. It came separate. The little, it was nothing to put it on. And, it has I think this is the airflow amount right here, 3 speeds. There's the on and the off, or off and then on. And then this part, because I thought it was this, but it's not. So underneath it has this little place, and you pull it, and there's your dryer. So it works on the principle like a hairdryer, like the one I have that's bigger, but is on a drying rack. This is the hairdryer. It has a regular extension cord on it, or a plug. And you literally put your wet things inside this zippered pouch. Now, I guess it was zipped, pardon me. I'm going to unzip it now. And you put your items in here, and then you zip it up, you hang it, and it literally just puffs up, and all your clothes are in it, and it just dries them, and it comes out that. So, it won't burn the engine out, just like a hairdryer. Do you ever remember being a kid? Maybe they've made them better, but I remember when we were kids, we couldn't put a hairdryer down that was running because it would overheat and burn out, and, it would run the hairdryer. Well, I mean, this has literally got its exhaust, and we're good. And then you just, kind of twirl it back up, push it back in, and then you're ready to go. Now, it does have one thing that I am not. My husband was like, oh, no, that's what you need to use. That's what you need to use. That's what. I was like, no. So, here's this. So this is the more, if I had to say, if I had a broken hand, I wouldn't like this. But you just have to work it and get it back in. How easy is that? Look, here's my hand. Yes, my hands are a little small, but here's my hand. That takes less room than a hairdryer. I mean, seriously, if you have the one with the handle, I mean, that's like a hairdryer. How amazing is that? Sorry, we live near built a toll road, and so now the police take the toll road. This is an attachment that you can attach on somehow, and I haven't read yet. And you can extend it. And then, if you are in the north and you've been out and you've been in the snow and your boots are wet, you could put that on your boot, air your boot out, anything like that. Sorry. Don't you love that? When you were kids, didn't you love these kinds of things? I used to love these kinds of things. Anyways, I lived on a block with all little boys. And so anything that made noise, that took coordination to put it back together, anything like that, or just, you could go like that, it was always so much fun. I'm sorry. That was very, very rude, but it was fun. Anyways, so I will keep this, of course, but I probably will never utilize this. Number one, we don't live in the north. We don't have wet shoes. Number two, we have things in play that when we have storms and whatnot, When we have wet shoes, we have a system already built in of how we address that. Sorry, guys, I was trying to adjust you back. But I do think it's a lovely idea. I like the theory behind it. It's very nice. Now, this came with this, so I guess if you need to hang it more, I bet this is for the cord. Maybe that's for the cord. I don't know. I don't see how it would really work unless you, because there's not any notches. So, oh, it's Velcro. That's how it would work. Okay, it's Velcro. Well, that's pretty doggone smart. So here's the soft side. Here's the Velcro-y side. It's hard to see. And yeah, that works pretty doggone good. So I guess that's probably for the cord. But I just want to say that I think that this has proven to me to be great, great resources. Um, I don't want to put my family in debt. And I believe this ran, I thought it was $29.90 something. And then this, they have them in, this one does have the blue ray or the violet, to help kill bacteria in it. And that's what these little, if you can't see, that's what those little lights are right there. So you're able to turn that on and it's supposed to help kill bacteria. I think is it Blu-ray? I think it's called Blu-ray. Anyways, that's probably wrong. In that television, DVD, I don't know. Blue light technology to help kill bacteria and things like that. But I think and I think this can run anywhere from really basic ones for about, I think 50 or so up to like maybe 190 something. But I don't know exactly what was spent, but I will tell you, I'd have been happy with a hand crank. I'd have been happy with anything. And I think I saw a hand crank and I offered it to my daughter because when we do certain things in our big washer, sometimes they get stuck and it gets out of balance, gets stuck, and then you end up with extra water, which she just readjusts it and then turns back on the thing. We had a washer being in a basement that we at times had to learn how to siphon water out of it, because it would stop working. So I think that this is ingenious. I think these could easily be in a suitcase on their own on a trip, or you could easily wash it in the sink and hang it to dry. That is super easy to carry. And I think as a camper, I probably will sell the bigger one that I have if I decide that this is super fantastic, but we'll see. And because I thought what I bought was a good idea. So after seeing this, oh yeah, no. I will come back with a part 2. This is kind of an unboxing and an explaining and a thanking you. But I will come back with a review after and tell you what I liked, what I didn't like, because that's what I was asked to do, was to be brutal. Be brutal. Don't be nice, be brutal. So I'm going to be brutal, I promise. This was my promise. Oh, and then one thing that also came, which I thought was wonderful, is a bag to put it all in. Guys, isn't that, and I, at first when I looked at it, I thought, there is no way that's going to fit in there. I haven't tried it yet, so we'll try it together. I am really amazed and thankful because my surgery will be expensive enough. I mean, seriously. And then the rehab and, having to go to physical therapy and all those things. So, I don't want to burden with anything else. I don't, we'll have to have a tub, which the tub in our kids' bathroom is horrible. It was horrible. It didn't have room for a full, clawfoot tub. So they bought a juvenile for children clawfoot tub, which our children were pretty tall pretty quick. So, my kids have been really sweet about it. But it's not in great condition. It's broken and we need to replace it anyway. So I feel like that is almost a little bit more understandable, but then to ask for another washing machine upstairs, my husband has been very against it. So, that's all I'm going to say. He saw this and he was like, yeah. And I just talked to him. He was over at Lowe's and I said, I'm going to wait for you before I set it up. So I'm wondering exactly, I'll have to see if I can find the seller online and see how they pack it down. And maybe they probably don't put that in there. I don't know. But I will tell you what, this will fit very nicely right there. Hold on. Right there. Because it's a drawstring and I could almost get that in there. So I don't know. We'll see how it works out. I'm so sorry that is just moving. My apologies. But I have to say, look for things that are within your budget. So many of you have written me, you're struggling financially, or, you're a widow, you never married, whatever has, happened in your life, or you're divorced, or, all of that. To me, things like this are just great tools because for less than, if this were the more expensive one, for less than maybe $200, $250, you can't even get a washer for that anymore. So unless you're buying used or secondhand, and sometimes those come with issues. So I just want to say that there are tools out there, and there were less expensive versions of this as well. I do like the UV light. In the words of my sister, yeah, you're a germaphobe. Yes, I am. I love that. If that's one more level of, then that's great. After what we've all been through, I think that's brilliant. And things like this, they don't tend to be as hard on your clothes because you adjust it. You know what I mean? So it's not, if you've ever used commercial dryers, wow, they dry quick, but man, do your clothes take a licking, that kind of a thing. And I remember one time, I'll tell you the story, I'll let you go. I was teaching, he was going to school, so his job was to do laundry. We had a washer, but we had to move to an apartment to finish up school. And he we were the apartment managers, mainly him, but yeah, okay, it was a we thing, but I was teaching. So, working for the school district. So he went and took our clothes to the laundromat because we didn't have access to do our laundry at the apartments. And I had a gorgeous cashmere sweater that was bought to me by some friends as a gift. And when he brought it back, it was like an extra large size, or a large, probably a women's large. And when he brought it back, it would literally fit a toddler. Literally fit a toddler. And I remember coming home from work that day just sick to my stomach when I saw it. And I would hardly wear it because it was so beautiful. I didn't want to ruin it. And yeah, I don't feel that way about clothes anymore. But anyways, so it's not a commercial dryer. So it's going to take a little bit more time, maybe a little more patience. It's going to be inside a bag, so it's not going to be perfectly fluffy, but it will get dry. So if you have something that's like LuLaRoe, like leggings, or, that might be the way to do it. My undergarments will never go in there. I don't dry undergarments. I never have. I never will. Maybe it was just the way I was taught when I was young, that ladies' essentials need to be washed by hand and hung gently, washed gently and hung by, hung. It's washed by hand gently and then hung to dry. So I just want to say that for me, and I wouldn't put my jeans in there, there wouldn't be space. But if I got them to like the last little bit of time and they were still damp and it was cold out, I throw them in there. I would in a heartbeat. My husband cannot stand to wear anything wet. He cannot stand to get his hair wet. He has hair that's like that long. I'm just like, really? I have like 300 times the length of your hair and I've cut it recently. Come on. But it just cracks me up. I mean, he literally just bought like an umbrella hat. He just, because when he has to go out and work on the property. And I was like, seriously? Really? I mean, my granny used to catch that rainwater and wash her hair with it. But yeah, it makes your hair so soft. But anyway, so to me, if he had something like a shirt and hadn't completely dried and we were traveling, I'd hung it to dry, I would throw it in there for a few minutes, no doubt. I think that I think it's lovely. I think it's wonderful. I'm excited to see how it works out. But my real need personally was mainly this. This is what I'm praying. It works out really, really well. So I will be back with a review. Thank you again to the person who so graciously wanted me to review it, and I appreciate that. And we are cutting back, and I do want to make an announcement very quickly that I will be back with an updated channel schedule and change. There will be some changes that will happen from January, at the end of January. February will be a new start. And, but I want you to know, I think there are things that you will enjoy. I've been blessed to be able to do a lot of hauls. So we're going to change things up here on the channel. Number one, I can't afford to spend. Number two, I don't mind doing hauls if people send it. I don't mind. Clearly I'm going to be blessed by this, no doubt. a lot of things I will be doing giveaways. So I'm excited. There will be more to discuss later, and I will. But we're also having a problem with people not, like, I draw names for the planners, but nobody replies back. So I'm going to tag this on right now. If you are a member of this channel, 18 years or older, live in the United States, and you would like one of these lion planners that they sent to me for free to review and give away, there are people that did participate and did leave a reply, but they did not reply back when I asked them for their mailing address. So, and you cannot do it online. You must send me an email because I do not want to give out your information. The first two people that email me at it's listed below, josephinesdesigns.com@gmail.com, and you give me your full address. Yes, I want the planner. I'm over 18. I am subscribed, and I would love to get a planner. That's what you got to send me. And then here's my mailing address. Or you can wait to see if you've gotten the first two email and then send me your address. That's fine. I will not give your information away, your email, your address, and I don't give any of that away. Fiercely private. So I'm going to throw that out there. So I have two planners left. I have contacted the other people repeatedly, and I'm somehow, and if you're one of the people that I contacted it and you thought you emailed me, be sure you put a flag or a star on your email so it'll go to the top of my email list, and it will draw attention, and it will not go to a spam. So I've checked spam, I've checked everything. So I'm not sure really what's going on. So, but two planners to give away. I know, bonus. All right, guys, I love you. I pray your day's blessed, creative, and lovely. I hope you've enjoyed this. I know it's kind of like me gushing, but if you stayed to the end, God love you. I appreciate you. And I will be back with the review. Hopefully tomorrow I'll get that done. All right, friends, I'll talk to you soon. Love y'all. Be safe. And I will put the links below for these items. Okay, guys. Love y'all. Bye-bye.